Hello, writers! Oh my goodness! Did you notice that we are at the bottom of our graphic organizer? We are almost done with step number 2 of the writing process, which is drafting. We are so close. We are just going to write our wrap-up sentence. Another way we can say wrap-up is our closing sentence. That means we're all done. Okay, so I want you to see how I write my closing sentence today. I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can do it. Okay, writers, here we go. Okay, writers, I have my organizer, and today I'm working on my wrap-up. Remember, my wrap-up is my closing. It's the last sentence of my paragraph. To write my wrap-up or my closing sentence, I'm going to look at my topic sentence. When you write a wrap-up or closing sentence, you are restating your topic sentence. That's just fancy for telling your topic sentence with different words. Do you know how to catch the tooth fairy? Here is my plan. So, when I do my wrap-up, I might be using some of these same words. I'm going to flip my paper over and show you some examples of some closing sentences. So my topic sentence was, do you know how to catch the tooth fairy? Here is my plan. So I could ask the reader a question again. Do you think I have a good plan to catch the tooth fairy? So I could ask the reader a question. Remember, my topic sentence talked about having a plan to catch the tooth fairy. So I use different words to write my wrap-up. Another way, I could tell what I think about my plan. I have a great plan to catch the tooth fairy. I can also wrap up my writing by using a number. So I had 5 steps. These are the 5 steps that I would do to catch the tooth fairy. So now I have to decide which wrap-up or closing sentence do I like the best? You know that I always love to ask the reader a question. So I'm going to go with this closing sentence for my wrap-up. So I'm going to flip over my paper and write my wrap-up at the bottom. Remember, you should be coming up with your own wrap-up, your own closing sentence. You don't want to use the exact same one I did. You want to use your own brain. Oh my goodness, what did I do? I don't need to make this whole word green. The only reason I use green at the beginning is for my signal to tell the reader to go. So I don't need to use that for my whole word. I already forgot my wrap-up. Okay, here it is. Do you think, remember I and K says ink. Do you think I have a good plan to catch? Watch what 3 letters say ch. TCH says ch sometimes. Do you think I have a good plan to catch the tooth fairy? And I'm asking the reader a question. I'm going to reread my work to see if it makes sense and to make sure I did everything correctly. Do you think I have a good plan to catch the tooth fairy? Oh my goodness. I accidentally made a mistake, and it happens to everybody. It's okay. That's why I used pencil so I can erase. I know that Tooth Fairy is her name, so it needs to be uppercase, and I'm using pink to remember that it's proper. Now my wrap-up, or my closing sentence, looks much better. Okay, writers, it's your turn. You are going to fill in your graphic organizer with your final sentence. Remember, the final sentence of a paragraph is called a wrap-up or a closing sentence. It tells the reader that you are all done. Remember, you can look at your topic sentence at the top to help you think of a closing sentence. A closing sentence is another way to say your topic sentence. So you don't want to copy exactly what you have for your topic sentence. You want to change the words around a bit. Remember, I came up with a few different ideas for my wrap-up sentence, and then I picked one. So maybe you need to brainstorm and think of a couple of ideas for your closing sentence, and then choose just one. Remember, I want it to be your words, not my words. So try to come up with your own closing sentence. Okay, writers, enjoy writing your final sentence to your paragraph.